Good evening. This is our first attempt to do this, so I have to admit I'm a little nervous, but that's okay. I'm in good company. I wanted to share a few of my secret recipes with all of you. We've been working on a cookbook and wanted to get you guys some of the best recipes for your dogs. So I'm just gonna give it a minute, and I see Tamala and Leanne and Melissa and Amber. Let me see. Oh, I missed somebody. Hi, Allie. Yeah, so you guys can follow along. This will stay up. Hi, Melissa. This is going to stay up, okay? Hi, Jerry. So we're going to leave this on the Facebook page. We'll transfer this over to YouTube. But wanted to give you guys a really fun, yummy recipe. It's actually a really good cookie, but it's great for your dog. So, you'll need some coconut oil. This is a pretty big tub, but we're working on a lot of recipes, so gotta have it. Some almond flour. Some of the flour can hurt a dog's stomach, can kind of make it kind of feel funny, I guess I'd say. So almond flour is really nice, and this is blanched. We'll need a little bit of peanut butter. Notice how I put on here dog PP peanut butter. So it's just because I don't want somebody to use it. Because I've had, like, when you're cooking for or baking for a dog, well, it doesn't really matter. You can get hair or anything in it. They don't seem to care. And then we just have some quick oats on the side. Just if we want to add something different, just a little bit different. And then we have a couple of eggs. Okay? So I really appreciate you guys watching this, and we're not going to be long. This isn't a long video. I just want to kind of show you how we're going to get through this and what I do. So I've been working on this recipe for the last, I'd say, about a month and a half. I'm going to move this so you can have a better view. Been working on this for about a month and a half. This is 2 cups of almond flour. Now, keep in mind, you will need a little bit more. This is what I start with, and then I always have to add more. So, and then I like to add the eggs at that time. I don't know why, but I do. And and I don't know why I like it this way, but it seems to have a better consistency. And so we have 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, and the cookies, they bake up so nice. And then we're gonna add, I'm gonna say just under a half a cup. It's not really a full, and it's not really a quarter. Okay. So we'll add that, and then we're going to add in, bear with me, because this is kind of, let's see, can you see me? I don't know. This is the coconut oil. And let's see, it's about, I'm gonna say about a half a cup. That's pretty good. Again, you can guess, and you can add more if you need to, which I think I probably will, but we'll see. Okay, again, dogs They don't care if something fell on the counter. That's why I love baking for them, because they don't care if I have my fingers in there. Yes, I added water. I added half a cup. So I'm going to go back through real quick and see if there's any questions. So let me go through the ingredients. 2 cups of almond flour, 2 eggs, half a cup of water, and then we're going to add about a half a cup of coconut oil. This is really, really good for a dog's immune. I like to use a glove because I like to use my hands, but I'm not going to because I'm on camera and I really don't want to make a mess and then have to wash my hands. So at home, you can go ahead and mix this up. And I used a fork the first time and I felt like it did a really good job. I'm just using my hands because it's warm and it's going to help break up that coconut oil. Look at that. Nice dough, right? Isn't that beautiful? Just like cookie dough. It's beautiful. Now, it's a little wet. And this is where I told you before when we started that 2 cups of almond flour. I like this, but we need to be able to make it into a thick consistency so that we can use the cookie cutter. So once it's mixed in, we'll add another cup of almond flour. And I can't see your questions yet, so I hope you're doing okay. And you guys can either follow along, this is going to stay up. And if you need the recipe, we're going to post it, so please don't worry. Isn't this looking nice? Now tell me that doesn't look good. Okay? That is beautiful. Now, we're going to reach in and get a little bit of peanut butter. And of course, we can reuse our spoon that we had for the coconut oil because this is for the dogs. And so I add about, I would say that's probably pretty close to about, what, a third? Let me look. Probably closer to a quarter of peanut butter. And again, remember I told you that 3 or 4 cups of almond flour? Yep, we're going to use it again. I'm going to just do a little bit at a time. Here we go. And I like to use a glove if I'm wanting to kind of incorporate that coconut oil a little bit more. Look at that. That is beautiful. So let me just kind of squish it through again. And I'm going to tell you guys, your dogs are going to go bananas. And I'll show you something else here. So, and I've worked really hard on this recipe. The cookbook that we're working on right now, we have been trying to get it done. And it has just been, you know, dogs or cookbook. Dogs or cookbook. Okay, so I'm going to, remember I said a little bit, so we're going to create a nice little space for our cookie dough. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and remove my glove because I want to get in here and really get in here and get this dough going. So you'll see this, wait until you see this in your oven. It is insane. It is so pretty and you're like, dogs are gonna eat these? Wait until you see what this does in your oven. It is going to just, now you're gonna notice that when it bakes, that it's gonna have like, it's gonna look oily or bubbles, right? But don't worry because that is, well, you know what I forgot? I forgot a knife. That's all right. I have scissors. Okay, so look at this. Okay, look at that. So what we did to get this beautiful cookie dough for the dogs, 2 cups in the beginning of the almond flour, 1/2 cup of coconut oil, the 2 eggs, the water, and a little bit of peanut butter. And we added another 1.5 cups, or we have about 2 cups of flour here. So you can, keep that aside, but you just add it as you see it, and you should be able to touch it without it being tacky. So we don't want our hands sticking to this, okay? And I'm going to tell you, you and your friends are going to be amazed. Like if you package these up, you can go ahead and start getting this dough ready. If you package these up and give them as gifts, the dogs, Edgar, Alan, and Poe, would not eat anything but what I call slop food. Okay, they wouldn't even eat it. Regular dog food. Okay, a little bit of that. Once you get that poured out there, I'll let you guys catch up. Okay, that looks great, huh? I'll start picking up my mess, because we are going to then take the baking sheet. Would you grab me a spatula? Just like whoever. Can somebody grab me a spatula? Okay, so let's see here. Oh, and I want to tell you, you're going to put your oats in here in a minute, okay? So just hang in there. I'm just moving some things out of the way. Why does it seem like you have a lot of room, but then you don't? I'm addicted to Marshall's. I love their baking sheets that they had out this year because they have the nice airflow, and this really is needed for airflow. Now, what you can do, a little trick, because you will want to just kind of lightly grease, take a little bit of your coconut oil and work it into your pan. Get your pan good and seasoned in there with a little bit, and you've got plenty on your hands, so just working it in that way is good. So then what you're going to do, let's make sure that this is good. Sometimes you can get it a little too thick, and I don't like to use a rolling pin because that's not what, for some reason this doesn't respond to a rolling pin. Can you guys see that okay? Let me see. Make sure. Is that right? Okay, well, we'll try it. Okay, so you'll take your cookies, and I do like them a little thicker. So, oh, his tail fell off. But we will fix that. So we'll fix his little tail. And that's the great thing. Dogs could care less if it's perfect. Your friends are like, oh, well, she messed up the dog tail. And the dogs are like, who cares? Give me the cookie. All right, I don't like this cookie cutter. So, guess what? Bye-bye, puppy. Okay. I love these for the dogs. The dogs love these. So, I just take them. See, these work out so nice. And put them here. You see the thickness of the cookie? It actually is good. So you're going to bake these at 350. Okay, 350 for about 15 minutes. Check on them. See if there's anything that you need to do for the cookie, like maybe remove them. because maybe they are done. And then of course you take your scrap dough. I'm going to use, I have an assortment of little things that we use. We use these for the pancakes too. But these are really, the small ones are really hard to get out of there. And I'm going to show you another really cute little thing to do. So these are like little paw prints. We'll take these out and use them for the smaller parts here. Little paw print. Okay. And then I like to make these. I'll show you. These are my favorite. So I like to make a different, like, I don't like everything to be the same, but because I'm trying thicknesses. I'm trying different cutouts and what works and what doesn't. So putting a cookbook together is not easy because I'm not just randomly throwing things out there. I'm going to put a little heart. Yeah, I'll do that one. And then, oh, that heart is really thick. Okay. There. Now I'll show you this. This is what I love to do. So you're going to take a few, and I like these for the dogs actually, because it makes me feel like I'm actually giving them a human cookie. Okay. And just take the rest of the dough, because sometimes you are in a hurry, like I am. I don't know if you're up, keeping up with me. But I will repeat everything here before we go. But I like these. These are my favorite to make for the dogs. I put them in a little jar, or, put them in a little saran bag, and they make really nice gifts. So I'll show you what we're going to do with those here in a second. Okay. These are my favorite. I don't know why, because it's like not really anything special, but it kind of is to me. Okay. So these are just like little, I call them little squash cookies, because I really feel like I'm giving the dogs a real cookie. Okay, so you take them and you squash them. Then you could take your a thinner part. Okay. And you can do that. And that didn't turn out very cute, but dogs don't care. Dogs just want the cookie. We could learn a lot from dogs. So little dogs like these too. Big dogs will eat the squash cookies. But you can also do where you're just doing like a little imprint. Okay. And then we also have, I'll make a bigger one here. Let me see. I'll put that there and that there, because I'll get back on camera, because I feel like I'm drifting out. These are really good. Trust me, I am telling you. Like, if you're going to make your neighbor's dog anything, the squash cookies are a lot of fun, because they do look like a cookie. And they are, it's to the point where the humans are like, is that a cookie for the dog? And if you don't like it, just start over. So I'm going to make another squash cookie here. And I just came up with the name squash cookie. It's not like a cookie. Okay. Then I put like a little doodle face on it. And some of the, and I'm working like really fast, lightning speed, because I hate boring videos. I hate boring videos. I don't want to be boring. So you can take and make some really cute dog faces, you know, using a dog face cookie cutter. And again, these squash cookies are so fast, you don't have to make them perfect. You know, they have a nice consistency. And, you know, you just put the face in there. And then once you bake these, 350, 15 minutes, check on them, watch them, look at them, maybe even 20 minutes. But you're watching for them to get a golden, like a, you can tell. You can even use one of your smaller ones and test it. Pull them out and let them cool completely. I was hoping to show you some samples, but one of our resident Doodles, let's see, I won't name any names, helped herself to the cookies. So, yeah, sometimes you got to move it with a little something. And, but the cookies do turn out so good. They are delish. And your dog will love them. And your neighbor's dog will love you. And maybe, you know what, maybe your UPS man or your, I always call him the Amazon driver. Maybe the Amazon driver has a dog. So these are really nice to make. Very inexpensive, very easy to do. And this dough just goes forever. Like you could, the kids can have fun doing this. This is something, look at my hands. It's good for your hands. It's winter, coconut oil. It's like a win-win. So you can make so many things, so many cookies. I mean, we've made quite a few here, and we can definitely make a whole bunch more cookies. And you can take them to your, maybe a local shelter, or, you know, take them to your friend's dog. But making these, I think it's therapeutic, and we have so much going on in this world. It's really sad. It's affecting everybody. And, you know, just to take a few minutes and enjoy baking and cooking, because, you know, be creative. Maybe you say, oh, you know what? I want to add something to those, and I want to do da-da-da. That's great. That's great. Tweak it. Make it your own. That's the fun. And the kids can't, you know, they can't do anything wrong. It's something very easy that they can do. And believe you me, the dog could care less what it tastes like. They'll eat it. So I'm going to show you something else here. These are a lot of fun to make, and I didn't grab a knife. So I'm going to do my best to do this and make this happen. So I love making these too. These are a lot of fun. So I just added to the last bit of ingredients, I just added some oats. And you have to be careful with oats because, and I'm not using the right utensil, it would be a knife, but that's okay. And you have to be careful because your dog may be sensitive that way. So I make these. It would have been better with a knife, but so these are like little triangle cookies that I usually make with the last bit, and I add a little bit of oat. The picture, that's a better one. The picture on the event post shows them, and this little bit of coconut oil, that's okay. Turn it over. Don't look. But yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful. And, you know, you can seriously, get the kids thinking and get them creative, get them getting creative. And, you know, you can take and make the cutest little Christmas cookies for your dog. I mean, hello, is that not adorable? So there's so many things that you can make with this dough. You can add, what else could you add? I'm trying to think of the other thing that I added to this before. You can make oat balls. Oh, pumpkin. Yeah, pumpkin is a good one. So I've done this before, or I've taken it like this, and you can use a fork and make it just like humans. Doesn't have to be dog related, but you do have to mark the jar. This is for the dog, because people will think that, because it smells good. Trust me, when they're done, trust me, and you can try them because they're not bad for you. I mean, they're good. So, that's it. I'm going to put these in the oven, and I'll share them with you when they're done. I hope that this was fun for you guys. Of course, you know, we'll do more. We're planning on some more recipes for you. And one of them happens to be on Thanksgiving. Wait until you see the Thanksgiving, like, brunch, I guess I'd call it, for the dogs. This is actually one of, I guess, the recipe, the way that we kind of put it together. That is what I want on the front of the cookbook, because it is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So if you love baking and you are not really good at it, but you love it and you find it therapeutic, then bake for your dog, because honestly, they love it. They love it. So if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them. But if not, that's it. We're done. We've made our cookies and we've had some fun. I can tell you, while you're here, we have new faces coming. So we have a lot of faces coming. And I'm hoping that to be able to share a few faces with you by Friday. We're planning our Thanksgiving brunch for the dogs. That's when they'll eat. And of course, they have their pumpkin pie. If you didn't get the pumpkin pie recipe, it did post to Facebook. This video will stay on Facebook, but we're also going to post it to YouTube. So if it goes down in the thread and you're missing out on it, don't worry. It's going to go up on YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel. We have TikTok. And, what else? Instagram. And we're on Pinterest. And, Facebook. So keep watching. We've got beautiful faces coming. Lots of great things ahead. Big and small dogs. Like small, like 6 pounds small. And like big, like 120 big. So you guys stay watching, and thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for all of the donations that come in, and thank you for thinking of us, and thank you for watching out for the dogs that we just absolutely love so much. You guys have a wonderful night, and be safe. Doodles.